anticipate a monumental battle in the forwards. I think the side that comes out on top in this area will be the ultimate winner. Mr. Stone gets them away. Manly running from right to left. Mavin's taken the ball on his goal line from the kick-off and brought it out to the quarter. Now there'll be a period of fairly fierce forward play, I would imagine. Mario Fennick going through the middle of the ruck. It's sorted out pretty strenuously straight from the outset. Ellison on to Johnson. He's met by 3 Manly defenders about 5 metres outside his quarter. Coleman races into dummy half, gets it back to Ellison. Ellison goes for the long kick downfield. Marty Gurr playing against his old team. Takes that ball well, brings it back about 10 metres. Lions, way to Matthew Locke, the new boy on the side, number 32. He's taken the place of Austin. Hasler, Lions, little kick over the top. The bouncers evaded the South Sydney player who went for it. I think it was Coleman, yes, he's damaged a shoulder or appears to have. Have it at dummy half, runs on his own. Heavily backslammed by Daly. Fennick, Chisholm. Driven back in the tackle, gets the pass away to Cruikshank. Cruikshank dummy to kick. Mavin has the ball, gets sunk there with another strong tackle from close. And there's a penalty against Manly for failure to get off the tackle player. And it'll be only midway between the quarter and the halfway line. Going to kick for touch. South Sydney have all the possession of the opening part of this game. Now let's see how they go again. Fennick, Coleman, Ellison, out to Blake. No ground gain there. Fennick a dummy half, away to Coleman. Through the dummy, got right up the sideline, he could go in and score, he has scored! It's a try to South Sydney, he's got everyone napping, he dummied to give the ball to one of the South Sydney players in the three-quarter line. Continued on straight around him, I believe it was Moon, went straight around him and scored a try. See it again.
Interesting decision by referee Mick Stone, ruling here that the ball hadn't been touched by Craig Coleman or Jason Moon. He allowed play to go on. Some Manly players hesitated, and that hesitation saw the fact there that Craig Coleman crossed over wide out. Mick Stone waved play on this ball. He ruled wasn't touched by Jason Moon nor knocked forward by any South players. Coleman just doubled around, picked up the bouncing ball. Some of the Manly players had hesitated in back play, Des Haslam and Paul Vorton, and Marty Gurr was arriving far too late. A sensational start for South Sydney. They've taken them on out wide early in this move and the tap, out wide through the back line. No Dale Shearer out there today, no Michael O'Connor. Pace-wise, South Sydney might just have a slight advantage. And Craig Coleman looks over to check to the fact that he's got plenty of room to move in, and away he goes for the opening try.
One of those replays in hindsight showed Moon touching the ball, but it's on the board. So the kick has been unsuccessful from Ellison out on the quarter line. So we've got a scoreline after a sensational opening. South Sydney 3, South Sydney 4, Manly 0. Well, now Manly got it all to do. Jason Moon brought it out to the quarter. Fennick onto Boyle. Tackled midway, or right on the quarter line, actually. Ellison going to kick downfield. It'll be a good kick too by the look of it. No, Marty Gurr's fielded it just inside the quarter. It's it away to Ronson. Ronson brings it back upfield about 10 metres. Gurr runs from dummy half, only makes about 3 metres before being put down. Midway between the quarter and the halfway. Daly. Well, he just came straight at him. There was no stutter, there was no dummy, there was no subterfuge at all. There's Ward using a little bit of a stutter with his feet, getting through an extra couple of yards of acreage. Hasler, Lions dummies to kick, gets it to Hasler. Hasler wrapped across the face, gets it out to Borton, then out to Loft. Loft tackle on the halfway line, last tackle. Now Borton gets a kick. Well, it's gone very high in the air. Well, Cochrane's knocked on, and now South Sydney are in possession about 5 metres from their quarter line. Jason Moon was the man that saved the day. Well, there's going to be a penalty against Daly here for a high tackle.
No argument. Cruikshank running the ball out of the dummy half position, and somewhat of a stranglehold applied, certainly high, and Mickstone going to stamp his authority on it and try and clarify any situation so that we don't have any blow-ups in the forwards in the opening 10 minutes.
Right, everybody's been warned with that penalty. The kick for touch is a good one, takes play back to the halfway line. South Sydney seem to have the edge on Manly at the moment. They've settled down quickly. Fenix got his way halfway through the ruck, went dancing away, high knee action, caught from behind, fell rather awkwardly. Coleman onto Roberts. They're 10 metres out from the quarter. Coleman elects to go to the blind side, which is the left side, onto Johnston. He's backslammed hard there by Crusher Cleal. Coleman out to Blake. Blake slammed to the ground by Lyons. Here they come out in the blind side again. Coleman, long cutout pass on the inside, goes to Chisholm. Chisholm tackled on the quarter line. Last tackle. Coleman. Well, he's tried a field goal, but it's gone away to the left. The ball still stays in the in-goal area. Ronson's got it. He comes out about, well, about 8 metres is all he can manage. And there's a penalty against the South Sydney side. The double markers moving sideways there. And Marty Gurr will take the kick for touch. 4-0, South Sydney lead after about 7 minutes of play. Yes, there was some sensational football in the lower grades too. The under-23s went very convincingly to South Sydney, 26-10. And then Manly, 30, completely dominated South Sydney, 18 in the reserve grade. Well, a penalty against the South Sydney forwards for over-enthusiasm there and retaining the player on the ground. That was Daly they were manhandling. Marty Gurr left foots it for touch. It's a fine kick, taking play 9 metres from the quarter line. David, any wind to speak of down there to affect either side?
No, nothing to speak of, Rex. Absolutely ideal conditions for this very vital match in the Winfield Cup, and they've turned out in their thousands today. A big chance that the ground record of 22,000 could well be threatened here today.
Elaborate pass by Lyons, went astray there. Lofts got it. Had to go backwards for it. They're still about 10 metres out. Now he's going to be penalised for playing the ball with a marker in front of him. One of those rules that, well, I think he thought the player was too far away from him. See it again. Just, shall we say, a little bit of bad luck. Ellison going to kick the touch. Manly are going to have to get possession and sustain some pressure on this South Sydney side in their quarter at some stage. They've not approached that yet. Fenwick, Harrington, the winger come forward, who is always good for 5 or 6 metres. Coleman, Boyle. Daly meets him with a strong tackle. Coleman, Roberts. Some yelling and screaming at the tackle there by Lyons. The referee saw nothing wrong with it. Coleman switching the play back inside to Andrews. Then back to Cruikshank. But a pass away to Boyle. Touched in flight out to Harrington. Harrington's tackled by 2. 6 to go. Out to Boyle on the blind side. Nowhere for him to go. Tackled on the Manly quarter. Cruikshank. Coleman. Ellison. Roberts. That very hard pass. Oh, it's been intercepted and touched again, and it will be a knock-on. It looked, all ends up a try there for South Sydney. The ball was in the air.
It's the sort of play that Souths thrive on. Always somebody there to support the ball carrier. They're just starting to play Manly on the fringe of the rucks. Just 1 and 2 passes out. Problems around the 5-8 area off the lines.
There's Andrews gone straight through. Got it back inside to Mabbott, and Mabbott's going to score. One of those flying dives of his. that should get him a kick up the backside from his coach. George Piggins won't be impressed with that. A swallow dive. I know he's youthful. I know he's enthusiastic. The day he drops the ball will be the day he'll be dropped from first grade. See him.
And again on the State Bank replay, out of the scrum base, Des Hasler was covering. The second rowers were slow to come out. That we can do without that sort of thing in rugby league. Steve Mavin certainly knows better. A great start for South Sydney, but plenty of time here. The second rowers, the scrum had been swiveled by South Sydney. They won the scrum. They took the second rowers away from where the play was. Mavin's ecstatic. Don't think too many rugby league supporters and his coaches would be with that style of scoring tries, though.
Ellison to take the kick from 10 metres out. An instant cabinet meeting in the Manly and goal area. They'll be having a chat about what's gone wrong. They're fast getting into a position where this game could be lost before it started. After 10 minutes, they're down by 8 points to 0. And that could be 10-0 in just a second. It is 10 points to 0. South Sydney lead Manly at Redfern. Well, that ball ricocheted off Jason Moon's legs and he dived on it. Crusher dived at him and Jason got there first. Michael O'Connor relishing the thought of playing against his side. Former team. Finnick running from dummy half. He's got right through the gap. He's up to the quarter line. It's a good run from Mario. Showing a clean pair of heels. Coleman. On to Roberts. Daly's there with Vaughton to stop his progress. The last tackle coming in. What'll Coleman put on now? Is it a drop at goal? No, it's missed away to the right. That's the second attempt unsuccessful. The score remains South Sydney 10, Manly Warringah 0. On to Ward. Ward steaming forward 10 yards. Daly. And that's a penalty against Mabin for stealing the ball. I hope the South Sydney supporters who are booing that decision do the same when it happens to one of their players. We've had exactly 20 minutes of play in this match. Gurr kicks that down 10 metres beyond the halfway line.
First real chance for Manly to have a full set of 6. This is the man that's got to start coming into play now, Noel Cleal. He's the man that's got to try and break up this South Sydney defence. And if anybody's looking to find support runners, the men have got to be Des Hasler and Cliffy Lyons backing up the forwards here. An opportunity as Vaughton looked outside.
Hasler, Lyons, dummies inside to Close. Close gets it to Gurr. Gurr with a crisscross move goes sort of in a diagonally opposite way than the way he was running. Hasler, Lyons steps back to Hasler, out to Vaughton. Vaughton on to Gibbs. Gibbs is surging through, gets a kick it downfield. They're all racing for it. He's caught it and scored. It's a great try. It's a great try by Ronnie Gibbs. Out of the blue, kicked ahead, caught the ball and dived. A magnificent bit of football from this man.
On the State Bank replay, second rowers are normally barred from this sort of thing, but this is absolutely a brilliant piece of rugby league. One of the greatest tries you're ever going to see. Ronnie Gibbs, the man, supporting in back play here. The in-pass from Paul Vaughton. Des Hasler had called for the kick through. He was backing up on the inside. Gibbs, the short chip. They're all running for the ball. He knew he had to dive to get there first, and magnificent catch on the ball. You're not going to see a better try than this in rugby league all season long in 1987. Manly, knowing that they have to fight back now and get back into this game, down by those 10 points. They were keeping the ball alive, starting to creep back into the game. Good support. They're finally starting to get to those ball runners. And there's the little chit. He used to be a centre. He's still got plenty of pace for a back rower, and a brilliant dive and catch for the try.
Cochrane. Waved away to the right. The score remains South Sydney 10, Manly 4. Ellison's come back to the centre of the field to get the action underway. Ground looking quite burned off from the westerly winds around the middle area. Still plenty of green grass at either end. That was knocked backwards. Ronson picks up the dregs and brings it back to the quarter. One of the finest footballers that South Sydney produced, and a fellow that I've got a lot of admiration for is with David Fordham.
Certainly is, Rex. Ronnie Coote has joined me, Ron. You wouldn't see a better try than one you just saw from Ron Gibbs, but being an old South Sydney man, I suppose you didn't want to really see it.
No, that was certainly a great try, David. Gee, it was, you just don't see forwards do things like that these days, do you? Not any day, I don't think. I think Rex would have trouble even doing that one.
Ron, a tremendous pace so far this match, and fitting the two sides' place on the premiership table.
Well, I think that's right. They're both. It's been a great game so far. Both sides have given nothing. They've both got stuck into it, and they're doing tough defence, good players, and I think that.
I'll pick up the action. Harrington's made a bust up the middle of the field, gone about 35 yards. South Sydney got Manly on the rack at the moment. Coleman away to Ellison, out to Boyle, Boyle to Marvin. Marvin's got nowhere to go except straight, very close to the sideline. We'll pick it up now with Boyle getting a pass away to Ellison. Coleman trying to put Chisholm through the gap, slowed the pass down, held it up fractionally. Mario Fennick in a run from dummy half, out to Coleman. Out to Andrews, then on to Michael Blake, who came on the burst. And the last tackle coming up. We'll just get this end of the sequence out of the way. There's a little kick being put through by Coleman, and it's fielded. So take it away again, David.
Thanks, Rex. We're running the big test today for George Biggers and the side, whether they are real contenders or pretenders for the premiership.
Well, I think I don't think there's any test for him. I think they are a real threat for this year's premiership with the strength they've got in the team and the way they're playing. I think that today's game will certainly sort of could be the same two teams playing in the grand final in September. I think that Souths have got everything. They've got good forwards, strong forwards who are not, they're hunting together. They're working well with one another. And their backs are starting to play good too.
OK, well, let's see. Let's hope it is a big year for Souths at 87. Ron, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, David.
Well, there was a punch thrown there, but more in desperation than anything else. It was a means of getting him away. South Sydney, Cruikshank was coming back from fielding the ball and had run it up. Out there to Fennick now, gets a one-handed pass away. It's intercepted, taken by Cochrane. Cochrane's going upfield, he's got the pace. He's going to give it away to Crusher, clear, and Crusher's gone within 7 metres of scoring the try. Davis will try to get the dummy half. He will go, and he's going to get the pass back on the inside. Oh, gee whiz. The pass back on the inside from Davis to Cochrane was a knock-on. It went to his feet. And a golden opportunity has gone for North.
Well, simple chances here. Great run by Mal Cochrane. Shows what a ton of speed he's got for a hooker. He looked outside. Cleo was there. And a great chase by Steve Maven and a brilliant tackle. This game's got everything so far. But Stuart Davis just failed to hear the calls. He looked to the left. He should have gone right straight away. He hesitated and a bad pass was thrown to Mal Cochrane.
Yes, that was a bad pass by any standards. And unfortunately, it came from Steve Davis, who is normally a very solid professional type of a player. Well, the feed is to South Sydney. They get the ball. Coleman runs around the open side, tackled by Vaught. Andrews. Boyle. South Sydney crowd starting to give voice now. Roberts getting himself into this slightly diagonal mode of running, which I can assure him is no value to a first-grade footballer. Marty Gurr feels that ball, which came at him very fast. That's good work from Marty. Anyone who has had anything to do with him running straight has had a lot to do with an advantage to the Manly team. Oh, they're doing some stupid things here. I think it's the same fella. No, that's Ronson. To play the ball, to be penalised for playing the ball forward when there's a marker standing in front of you is just straight out Dunsville. So from being in an attacking position seconds ago, they've come back with a situation where they're under pressure up near their quarter line. Ellison found a good touch there, about 8 metres outside the quarter. Lindsay Johnson. Andrews a dummy half away to Boyle. Very solid, dependable pattern there developed in their forward play. Ellison, Coleman, back to Ellison, the little flick pass. A cute bit of football. Coleman runs from dummy half, gets it back into Jason Moon. He's decked only about 5 metres out from the line, making easy yardage. One-handed pass away. Goes to Chisholm. Chisholm's tackled straight away, so that's a bit of a let-off for Manly. There's a bit of mileage. Here's Coleman having another kick at a field goal. And that one's gone across the goal to the right, and the play will restart from the quarter line. Lyons kicks an offending football off the ground onto Ward. Well, that's got to be... Oh, dear, oh, dear. I don't agree with that. I will never agree with that sort of situation. The ball was struck for, and...
Well, I think the replay will show here that Kevin Ward was thinking he was back in England. He just plants the ball. Now, that means that he's allowed to strike for the ball. Kevin Ward then wanted to wrestle with it. He just should have struck the ball back very, very cleanly. He planted it there, left it there. Lindsay Johnson well within his rights.
Lindsay Johnson would have got the back of his hand scraped had I been playing opposite him there. "11 minutes left in the match, in the first half of it. Ellison taking a lot of time, as indeed he should. This is a critical goal. He's raised the flags, so the score now, South Sydney 12, Manly Warringah 4. On to Daly. Daly about 17 metres out from the line. Cochrane, Ward. Trying to get the arms free to get a pass away, but he can't do it. Our referee Stone has pinged Boyle for failure to get away from the tackled player.
And Paul Vorton having something to say in back play too. Cliffy Lyons only a moment ago had the opportunity to slow play down. The kick was well within the range of Malcolm Cochrane.
Cochrane from a fairly adjacent position. He's got none from one at the moment. And that's a goal, so the score then was 7 minutes to go to half-time. South Sydney 12, Manly Warringah 6. On the halfway line. Kicks. Gurr takes it, feeds it away to Ronson. Ronson comes out to the quarter. Or a couple of metres short of it. Crusher Cleal goes for a bit of a sprint. It's about time he came to life too. He's done precious little in this match, except sprint for 20 yards there at one stage. He's been very quiet, walking around out the back. Hasler changes direction. Steps. It's a great run by Hasler. Still going. He's run about 70 yards to go, well, 20 yards forward. Vorton. Marty Gurr kicking downfield to Cruikshank on the full. Ridiculous kick. Tried to kick. And now Manly have got the ball. Cruikshank tried to kick, missed the football. Gibbs onto Ward. Ward ploughing his way up the middle of the field. Oh dear, the referee has given another penalty. This is ridiculous. We are being treated to an incredible situation where the referee is not playing the advantage rule. Now, there was a try for all seasons here. Ward stands in the tackle, gets the ball away, and the player goes through to score the try. Instead, a penalty is awarded. Very important kick. Cochrane. Beautiful goal. The score now, South Sydney 12, Manly Warringah 8. Well, there's still time for more action in the remaining time. Well, Gurr let that bounce over his head there. Now Ronson comes up with a run that gets him a little less than usual. Oh dear. Lost the ball in the tackle, dropped it between his legs. Vaughton shakes the head ruefully. This is a golden opportunity for South Sydney to get possession. Now Roberts has pulled himself out of the scrum. And that's what he was pulled out for, evidently, as a ploy. Coleman, Cruikshank, straightens, back to Ellison. Ellison to Boyle. Boyle, his pass is knocked down by a Manly player. Johnson falls on it. 6 to go, back to the quarter. Ellison just does want to settle it down. Lyons cracks him like a whip. Coleman, Chisholm, picked up in cover defence by Daly. Still plugging it up the blind side. Jason Moon got a pass from Coleman, went to within 5 metres. Very slowly to his feet. Coleman trying to catch the defence snapping. I don't think they get caught twice with that move. Well, there's a field goal attempt. It's successful at long last. So South Sydney surge away. Another point, 13 points to 8. Ellison, the man that kicked it. He's gone for a sprint. Now that's successfully got all his side back on side. Cochrane, Hasler, Lyons, back to Hasler. They're playing without going forward. Vaughton goes forward. I think he's having something to say to him too from standing around in the middle of the field and looking smart. Cochrane, Hasler, Cleal. A big circular run going very well. Got it out to Ronson. Ronson goes straight ahead. The crowd. And there's the hooter gone in the half-time break. And I'm afraid I didn't hear it. So at half-time, South Sydney leading by 13 points to 8. Tries to Coleman and Mavin, a field goal to Ellison. Ellison 2 goals from 3 attempts. That's their 13 points. Manly's 8 points came from Gibbs a try. Cochrane 2 goals from 3 attempts. Well, South Sydney are ready. Manly were in a bit of a huddle there. David, you've got some information on the request, shall we say, that Paul Vaughton made to referee Stone.
Yes, I just spoke to Fatty Vaughton as he came out to begin the second half. Rex, he mentioned that he challenged the fact that South Sydney stood Ian Roberts out of the scrum at fullback and then involved him in the play from that thing. He said he didn't get much satisfaction from Mick Stone. On the other situation, Noel Cleal has got into this match. He mentioned that he's been pretty quiet in that first half. He is really heavy with the flu, and I doubt very much if he'll see the full 80 minutes out here today. Yeah,
I knew that he hadn't trained on the last training run that Manly had, but I wasn't prepared for a slow-motion version of Crusher Cleal. Anyway, we're back to the action here with Manly in possession. Gibbs has tackled just outside the quarter. Cochrane onto Ward. Stands in a tackle, sucks 3 of them to him. A very powerful fella. Hasler, Vaughton. Changes direction, goes right through, gets a pass back on the inside to Crusher Cleal. Away to Hasler. Hasler lobs a pass out to Lyons. Dummies back on the inside to the replacement Loft, who drops it behind him. Gibbs runs from dummy half, gets beyond the halfway line. It's the last tackle coming up now. Lyons, Hasler kicking, that's an unusual sight. Taken by Cruikshank. He's been bringing the ball back beautifully. He's still going, cross field. Well, the net gain of only about 8 metres, but he's showing an enormous amount of pace. Harrington, the wing three-quarter, come forward, goes surging through for another 6 or 7 metres. Lindsay Johnson trying to get the ball away, lost it. I believe it's Matt Loft fell on it. Vaughton slam, back slam before he could do anything. Cochrane Daly, oi! Very heavily hit. On to Crusher Cleal. Crusher's up to the quarter. On to Hasler. Hasler steps. Pass back to Crusher Cleal. Throws the dummy. And a pass away to Close. Close drops it behind him to Ward. Got it on to Gurr. Gurr goes forward. Kicks the ball. Ricocheted off a South Sydney player, I thought. And now Manly get a penalty. That all came from a forward pass back there when Ward fielded the ball and turned and gave the ball back in. It was forward.
Blatant forward pass from Kevin Ward was the man that was trying to tidy up the play. Forward, Marty Gurr didn't want the ball. He knew he was in an offside position. With the penalty there for Gurr being interfered with after kicking the ball. So a real bonus for Manly.
Still windless conditions. Trees are not moving at all. Smoke going up. Moves in. And he reduces South Sydney's advantage by 2 points. South Sydney 13, Manly Warringah 10. Okay, he's got the ball on the mound. We've had around about 4.5 minutes in this second half. Lyons takes it. Gets out to the quarter. Another 8 metres there. On a Ward. Rushes through one tackle. Gets beyond the 10-metre line. Hasler. Lyons. Beautiful pass out to Cleal. Cleal goes up. Gets a pass back on the inside to Matt Loft. Then to Marty Gurr. Good chain passing. Lyons. Hasler. Vaughton. Straightens. Still going up to the quarter line. Last tackle. Cochrane running from dummy half. Kicks through. Very, very close to getting there. That was a very intelligent little kick. But South Sydney came up with the ball. Coleman's got it. The crowd are now trying to bait the referee into giving them a penalty. No different to any other crowd. Johnson. South Sydney about 10 metres outside their line. Fennick. Gibbs reeled back then. Ellison. Straight to Gurr in the first bounce, 10 metres from his corner. He'll get back beyond the halfway. That's a good run.
Defensively, there are very similar problems for both sides. Manly will try and work the play 1, 2 or 3 rucks the same way. Davis taking the ball across here to the right. What they'll try and do is the shift, the transfer of play back down the blind, try and catch South Sydney without the numbers.
Hasler on the second or third tackle, that one. Cochrane. Way to Vaughton. Lyons. Dummied inside to Cleal. Cleal gets a pass back inside to Lyons. Out to Vaughton. Vaughton's the only one that seems to want to go straight. There are a number of players in this Manly side today who aren't very, very fussy about running with the football. Lyons out to Davis. There's the last tackle coming up. Back to Lyons. The high bomb. Cruikshank makes a meal of that. Don't fall on it, South. She'll be offside. It's out to Hasler. On to Davis. Davis to Crusher Cleal. Cleal goes strongly. He's only 10 metres out from the line. Very slowly to his feet when a quick play the ball was called for. Hasler. Gibbs. Mounts a charge at the South Sydney line. Cochrane. Hasler. Lyons. Away to Marty Gurr. Held the pass up. Vaughton a dummy half. On to Ward. Ward surrounded by South Sydney defenders. If they can push it hard left now. Out to Hasler. Long cut out pass gone to Cleal. And he's taken it a tackle. No, he's not. He's going to Get it? No, he tried to get a pass away, and the pass rolled forward off his hand. I think he was going to score. See it again.
Close to the line, David Cruikshank was the man trying to stop him. All he had to do was unload, and Stuart Davis was going to fall over the line.
Well, that's as close as you'll go. It's a ground record, I'm told. What's the good news, David?
23,357, eclipsing the previous record of just over 22,000.
One against the feed here, with Lyons winning it, going straight and strong, and he's there, beside the posts. Manly have come up with a scrum win against the feed, and against all the odds have scored a try. Lyons' strength was the key factor. See that one again.
On the State Bank replay, just too much ball. The weight of pressure starting to tell on South Sydney. Territorially, Manly have started to wear them down. Too many missed tackles. The defence is starting to fall apart the last 4 or 5 minutes. They really have got to regroup. But a real show of strength from Cliff Lyons. He was holding the ball out in front, showing the ball. Craig Coleman was brushed off very, very easily. And just crashing over there. Just too much strength by Cliffy Lyons.
Yes, I believe Cliff Lyons defeated 4 defenders on that occasion. A very, very tough run, all done in the space of 10 or 12 yards. Really pulled it on. That's a try out of the book. Cochrane. So the score now, Manly Warringah 16, South Sydney 13. Fennick on a Roberts, the try scorer. He's buried. Ian Roberts off a Boyle pass, gets to the quarter line. Coleman back to Andrews. Roberts tries to dummy and go through there. Chisholm on to Coleman. Ellison upended. 13 metres out from Manly's line. Coleman. Michael Oak. No, it's Matt Loft there doing some strong defence on Marvin. There's a bomb being put up. Oh, they made a meal of it. And it's ruled that they're offside. 2 players collided in the Manly in-goal area and made an absolute meal of catching it. See it again.
Nick Stone giving the ruling that Ian Roberts, the man, is charging into Marty Gurr before the ball had really came down, ruling that he interfered with him, leaving up for the ball here, but the shoulder in the back, well, very tough call, but that's the way he saw it. Ian Roberts was the man going for the ball.
The kick for touch is not a bad one. Takes play to within 3 or 4 metres of the quarter line. On to Daly. Charges ahead. Can't get a pass away. On to Ward. Ward going straight and hard. Gets to within 12 metres of the halfway line. Hasler runs from dummy half. He's caught by the collar. Gets it away to Vaughton. Vaughton back to little Shaw. Shaw gone through. Right through. It's clever stuff. He wriggles and squiggles and does everything. He's a real little champion, this fellow. Long cut-out pass out to Crusher Cleal. Out to Davis. Davis goes upfield. The ref, they crowd are calling for a forward pass, as you'd expect. 2 metres from the quarter line. Cochrane. Shaw. Loft. Hasler, who's covered 100 miles in this match this afternoon. Everything is done at frantic pace. Shaw. They don't want to run. They're too tired. Gurr kicks ahead. The race is on. Cruikshank has it. He's tackled about 4 metres out from the line. Now Jason Moon running across field. Yes, David, some information.
Yes, Michael Popchi at number 40 is coming on, replacing Michael Andrews, a lock forward, one of the real unsung heroes in this South Sydney side in 87. It's a cruel blow to the Rabbitohs.
Roberts getting a long pass away there. to Blake. Blake gets it there to Ellison. Ellison to Roberts. Roberts goes down on the tackle. Not tackled. Still held by Hasler. Wrestling with him. Still going. And finally put out. Hasler ought to get a medal struck for the work that he puts in for this Manly side. Last tackle coming up. Coleman. That pass looked forward. Yes, it was. No doubt about it. I think the crowd disagree, but take my word, it was a forward pass. 16-13 is the score in Manly's favour. The players have absolutely run themselves to a standstill. On a close, on the burst to the halfway line. Paul Shaw. Spun around by Popchi in the tackle. Cochrane to Vaughton. Good surge by the Manly captain. Crusher Cleal running. He's gone very well. Gets a pass away out there to Lyons. Lyons is tackled by Maven just inside the quarter. Davis. Hasler kicking again for the second time. Taken in goal, but run out by Cruikshank. Well, he could have claimed the bomb, just caught it, and got a restart from the quarter line. I guess fatigue makes some players not quite aware of what's going on. Boyle, pass knocked down, still fielded by South Sydney's Boyle again. Mario Finnick running from dummy half.
South Sydney still searching for the answer. They tend to be running just too much one out. Craig Coleman's got to take hold. They've got to move this ball around, stick to the patterns of play that they had in the first half. One or two rucks either to the middle of the field or to one sideline and then set up out wide for the back line. They've got to move the ball.
Here's Jason Moon. Strong. Michael Popchi away to Coleman. Running to the defence before offloading. Doesn't give them much chance to do their thing. The last tackle coming up. What will the action be? Ellison kicking downfield. It'll go to Marty Gurr. Well, he's taken a hell of a time to pick it up. He's got it now. And redeems himself with a strong run. Shaw onto Ronson. Wingers being called on to come in and take as much of this heat off the forwards as can be. Shaw. Loft. Only about 5.5 minutes to go. Anyone's game still. There's Shaw gone for a sprint right through the gap. Looks on the inside. It's going to be a penalty to Hasler. Has to be. He was pulled out of the play. See that one again.
He's still the man to watch, Paul Shaw. Plenty of pace. He and Des Hasler out of that dummy half position, and for the life of me I can't understand how the sin bin wouldn't have been used in a situation like that. The try was on under the post. Des Hasler just too much pace for the South Sydney side. Should have been in the bin. Ian Roberts was the man in question.
Strikes it. Fails to get it. Drifted away to the right. So the score remains 16-13 Manly's way, and it will be a quarter line drop kick to restart. Marty Gurr takes the ball, gives it away to Ronson. Ronson going to hot-foot it back upfield. He's busted one tackle, gets beyond the halfway line. Good run. Shaw steps, runs. Gets a pass away to Ronson. Ronson goes another 8 or 9 metres before being put down by a very tired-looking South Sydney side at the moment. Cochrane to Vaughton. Out to Lyons, who did well to take that. Back inside to Gurr. Daly there. Hasler runs from dummy half, pops a pass to Cleal. Cleal's gone berserk, he's gone right through. Put down by Cruikshank, only about 10 metres out, 8 metres out. Shaw, pass, knocked down. It's still Manly's ball, is it? No, it's South Sydney's ball, about 4 minutes to go. Now they've got to make every post a winner. Out to Roberts. Roberts is taken to the ground by number 32, Matt Loft, in a good high tackle. Not round the head, round the chest. Fennick, Coleman, cut out pass, out to Maben. They cling like glue to his leg. And that is a handover, is it? Or has he lost the ball? Yes, Shaw had ripped it away from him in the tackle. It'll be a Manly feed. About 2.5 minutes to go now. Hasler gets a roar as he feeds that scrum. He's so tired he can barely get to his feet. About 3 metres from the halfway line. Paul Shaw slowly. Vaught still battling.
That's all that's required from Manly. Slow play of the balls, just running this ball out from dummy half. They don't need to force the ball. They can't afford to come up with any mistakes to give South that last chance. Take the 5 tackles and a good kicking game and a good chase by all concerned. That should be the ball game.
Hasler running again, gets it away to Lyons. Lyons straightens. Back inside to Ward. Ward will go straight up the park. You can bet your life on it. The last tackle coming. Lyons to Crusher Cleal. Cleal's gone for the long kick. Well, that's out on the full. And there's the hooter. So Manly have won this this fixture as the boos come from the South Sydney fans. The referee, Mr. Stone, I'm just going to watch him as he comes off the field to see whether anything happens. I've felt that he had an uneven performance in all sorts of ways. But anyway, the scorers went this way, 2 tries each. South Sydney, Coleman and Maben. Ellison 2 goals plus a field goal. Gibbs and Lyons for Manly in their 16 points. Cochrane 4 goals. No better try scored than Ron Gibbs with his magnificent kick and follow on.